Hey, what's up? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneur moms with a digital presence in 2020. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to deal with the nastiest two-letter word on earth, the word that shattered more dreams than any other word. What is it, you ask? Stay tuned, mama. If you don't tend to deal with negativity and rejection, whether it's of the personal variety, the professional variety, or both, well, then this video that's part of my 31-day 2020 Entrepreneur Mom Reboot series is just for you. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to get real-world help that entrepreneur moms like you need to succeed with your business's presence online today. 2020 Entrepreneur Mom, let's learn how to deal with rejection. Because if you don't, well, you know all of those goals and plans you've set while you're following along in this series without being able to handle the thorniest of rejections, the toughest of negative situations on any front, you're likely not gonna get too far. Therefore, if you want to get serious in 2020 and work your business like a business, because then it's more likely to pay you like a business, then you want to watch all of this series. Otherwise, if you treat your business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby, if it even pays you or is profitable at all. So over the course of this 31-day series, I'll show you how to do everything from psych out self-sabotage to dealing with hardcore rejection. You'll learn how to get out of your comfort zone, and you'll also learn how to select a network even from scratch that won't just benefit you professionally, but personally too. If you missed the last video, you should watch it because there I shared with you 4 steps and a bonus tip to help you learn how to improve your confidence and sense of self-esteem. Not just so that you're more successful as a professional, but even more important, that you set a healthy example for your kid or kids to follow in their lives too. So be sure to check that video out. But here we're talking about the best way to deal with or handle rejection as an entrepreneur mom. And that often involves dealing with the nastiest word in the English language, the word no. I'm sure we can all agree the word no is nasty. That one word has destroyed more dreams than any other word or force on the planet. It's ferocious. It's actually one of the most dangerous words that exist when it comes to your life as a professional and as an individual. It actually has been shown that it can damage your personal health, your mental, physical, emotional health. In fact, studies prove that seeing the word no or other words that are laden with negative associations causes highly stressed or anxious people to feel even worse, to the point where they ruminate on them and ultimately damage key structures that regulate memory, feelings, and emotions. I'm serious. The study itself was called Some Assessments of the Amygdala Role in Suprahypothalamic Neuroendocrine Regulation, a mini review. Go Google it. Have fun with that. Anyway, when you define your why and set goals that by the time you're done with them transform into actual plans you can take action on, well, you're likely going to have to go outside of your comfort zone to face some challenges and issues, right? And when you're trying to be both a mom and an entrepreneur, the challenges in your life kind of doubles. So respect. I'm on that path too. I get it. I see you, mama. However, once you're venturing outside of your comfort zone, you're on a collision course with the word no. It's coming at you sooner or later. You know it will, but if you're not careful, you can super stress yourself out to the point where you make yourself sick. In fact, like me, you may have done this to yourself in the past. Guilty, I'm telling you. Sure, You have to deal with rejection and negativity from the outside world in connection with attempts on your part to achieve your goals. No might be a frequent foe that you have to fend off, and yes, it's nasty when that happens. But be honest, typically the person who focuses on the problems, challenges, and negativity at hand the most is probably you. Why nestle in the nastiness of negativity? Granted, you must acknowledge challenges and negativity. That boils down to a plain old no when it appears in regard to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. No kidding. But while you have to be informed in terms of someone's having said no to you, personally or professionally, you don't have to be inundated by that rejection. That's what it is. Whether it's going on personally or professionally, the word no equals rejection. But you have to stop marinating in the misery of the word no and what it represents. Sure, you're going to have to acknowledge it. It's reality after all. And you're going to react to it. You'll flinch from the sting, right? You're entitled to a quick reaction to it. That's how you initially will deal with reality, and that's normal. But mama, let's face it, you might have a tendency to stay stuck in or mired in the reaction mode a little too long. Dealing with negativity involves a spectrum of phases that starts with acknowledgement, then immediately goes into processing. This is where the reaction starts things off, but then should continue to move along the spectrum into progressing past the negativity. Too many people I've coached through the years are stuck in the process phase where they're perseverating on the no, the rejection, the negativity, instead of progressing past it and on to the next episode. And some stubborn women, they never get to the progressing past phase. I'm sure you don't want that to be you, right? So, what to do? React to the no, the rejection, the negativity, sure. But as soon as possible, I want you to move on to deal with whatever obstruction currently bars your path to success in terms of achieving that next short-term goal that you're working on, personally, professionally, or both. I mean, you really have no other choice other than to stay stuck and marinate in the misery of what that no, that rejection has initially flooded you with. What's worse than someone telling you no? It's when you tell yourself no, as in whenever you won't give yourself a chance to do X in order to achieve Y because you say, why bother? And just convince yourself at the outset that someone else won't even allow you to get to Y or allow you to achieve that next short-term goal anyway. When you allow yourself to go that route, well, before you know it, you're prejudging everyone's thoughts, feelings, and actions before they've even had a chance to actually have those thoughts in the first place. Then you drown yourself in an ocean of what ifs and paint yourself into corners that you might not actually have been in if you had just allowed things to play out in the first place. And it's easier to marinate in the misery when you're surrounded by mounds of laundry, screaming kids, and workloads to get to that's related to your business. So when something doesn't go your way, someone, be it a kid or an adult or both, tells you no, a customer refuses to be reasonable, etc., well, it's easy to pace and perseverate and marinate in the misery because that's easier to do than to shake things off and stay focused on your why personally, which should dovetail at some point with the why of your niche so that you can just keep moving with respect to the next short-term goal and corresponding plan that's on your list. If you don't know how to set goals that transform into plans, remember, I have a video to help you with that, even while balancing a busy mama life, right here. Bottom line, A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A heroine dies only once. Play the heroine in the story of your life and not the victim. Heroines often have to face challenges, problems, rejections, villains, but they're heroines as opposed to victims because these things happen to them. It's just that the decisions that they make in terms of moving forward out of the processing phase and into the progressing past phase, that means tweaking their plan of action if they have to, but never ever giving up on their goals and dreams. What I want you to come away from this video with is that as a woman juggling both career and home, you're gonna get double the rejections, double the challenges, double the struggle, more likely so. Acknowledge that. Give yourself credit. I do. But when facing all of that stuff, you still nonetheless have to stop telling yourself no on top of it. And you have to be able to react to the negativity, sure, because you're a human being. But you must acknowledge that you need to focus on progressing past that no instead of being stuck in the processing phase too long. Or you're not the heroine in the story of your life, you're the victim, or even worse, the villain as your own worst enemy. And that's nothing your kids need to see or emulate. So learn how to handle rejection better so that you can set a better example for them. And of course, the better you are at handling rejection, the stronger of an entrepreneur mom you can be too. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell because in the next video in this series, I'll share with you how to push past the boundaries of your comfort zone safely and realistically so that you're more likely to successfully progress past the no's of life to get to the yeses of success. So if you're interested in learning about all of that, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can follow along with that video and the entire series. In the meantime, make sure you check out these two awesome videos as well. I talk a lot about social media, content marketing, entrepreneurship for moms who have to juggle home and business, online marketing, so many different topics. So make sure you've also checking out these two videos as well. And also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot when you do this. So I'd highly appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.